Hello everyone, Namaskar. Welcome to the world of Vedic astrology once again. A channel where we do an analysis of the birth chart as per the rules of Vedic astrology. In my last video, I explained the effects of the sun in first house for Aries ascendants. Now, we will see what happens when sun is in the first house for a Taurus ascendants. But before we start, why do we need to talk about the ascendants at all? That's because it's the ascendant or the lagna which actually defines our body and our physical characteristics. It plays a vital role in development of our character. If the ascendant is within first 15 degrees of the first house, the traits of the ruling zodiac are more potent. But if the ascendant is between 15 to 30 degrees, then the traits of the next sign also start coming in. Now, depending on the geographical latitude of your birthplace, rising time of the same zodiac sign could be different. So, if you were born somewhere near equator, say, your ascendant will have the traits of the ruling zodiac in all 30 degrees of the house in this case. And opposite would happen if you were born somewhere near the poles. But if it is near equator somewhere, the second house characteristics don't really come in the person even if the ascendant is from 15 to 30 degrees. So, sun, which is the king, the authority, this time is in Taurus, in the first house. Taurus is the second zodiac sign of the zodiac order, so you find a numeric 2 in the first house of your birth chart. Taurus is ruled by Venus. What does Venus represent? Venus represents luxuries, comforts, fine clothing, good food, love, romance, beauty. And Sun was in this house of Taurus at the time of your birth. Sun and Venus are enemies. This means that Sun, the king with all his authorities, is sitting in the house of an enemy. This first house becomes a battleground. Now, if this Sun does not get a benefic support from some other planet in the chart, this person develops a rash temperament and could also be stubborn. Health also remains average. But yes, patience is something which these people have in abundance. Now, since the house is of Taurus, which is ruled by Venus, person gets more inclined to luxuries and comforts. For Taurus ascendants, Sun is the ruler of the fourth house. So this Sun sitting in the first house also brings in fourth house characteristics to the first house. Fourth house represents land, real estate, mother, comforts in life. So this person gets gain through these things. And since Taurus originally is the ruler of the second house as per the zodiac order, this person's mind is more about savings. Because the second house represents savings and assets. Mind is always into savings more than spending, which is a good thing. These people can do well in business. Now, the second house lord also needs to be checked for the actual result. If the second house lord is with a good dignity, savings are good. Other aspects and conjunctions, of course, also affect the analysis. Also, if the fourth house is strong, mother plays an important role in building assets and making career. These people are more inclined towards business and they are good at it. Sun in the first house directly aspects the seventh house, but generally these people's marriage doesn't get much affected. Why so? That's because Taurus is a fixed sign and also has patience. Patience, marriage, patience. Of course, planets aspecting or sitting in the seventh house will have their own say. So guys, this is what happens if your birth chart has Sun in the first house ruled by Taurus. Now, what's the use of analyzing all this planetary stuff? Well, if we are able to understand our birth chart properly, we can understand the underlying cosmic cause of a certain problem. It's all about diagnosing the problem. Once diagnosed, we look for solutions. That's how it goes. Energy needs to be diverted to the house or the planet which is weak and needs nourishment. And these solutions are through Vedic mantras or through gemstones. Of course, nothing happens overnight, but the process of slow progress gets initiated. Thinking pattern of the brain slowly starts changing. The only problem in this entire concept is that there's no way to rewind time and check what would have happened to our life if we did not go for solutions. In my next video, we will see what happens when Sun is in the first house for a Gemini ascendant. Till then, take care.